And now for our prince, Zain El-Hashemite, who will speak now in the name of Boys for Girls in Science.
Your Excellencies, renowned scientists and teachers, and dear guests gathered here for the second commemoration on the International Day of Women and Girls in Science. My name is Zain El-Hashemite, and I would like to thank everyone for the opportunity to be a part of this special day. I believe that the world is changing its view on the involvement of women in science, and we will definitely be seeing more women and girls getting involved in the different fields of science and technology. The most important question is what we are looking for just involvement? My generation does not see that girls have no equal access to education and science. The only thing we see is whether education is made available and accessible. My generation, almost everywhere in the world, because of the rise of media and technology, does not see if a girl wants to study science. That is the problem. What we see is that education is not made available at all for a variety of obvious reasons, such as the lack of media and corporate emphasis on the importance of education at an early age. And we wonder, how can students find their way to science and other important educational subjects if they have no access to the basic first steps of education? Media agencies and corporations everywhere are just motivated by profit margins, and if and when they do make contributions to support education. Such contributions are done not because they truly care for the educational growth of boys and girls. To them, education is just a marketing tool to reach their corporate goals. I'm going to give an example about media agencies and corporations in the United States. A few days ago, on February 5th, majority of the U.S. watched the American Football Championship match on television, also known as the Super Bowl. During this event, companies spent months preparing commercials for breaks during the game. On average, corporations spent about $7 million to create and broadcast the commercials. In other words, if these corporations, along with governments and responsible institutions, used better judgment and invested, and I repeat the word invested, in the educational growth of boys and girls everywhere, girls and women involvement in science would become a commonplace. It is possible to make education equally accessible and available if you took half the budget that corporations spent on those commercials and utilized that amount towards academic scholarships, school programs, teacher and student training seminars encouraging the fields of science and technology. Media can be good and bad, for sometimes all they will do is highlight one's mistakes, and other times it is constructive and vital to one's success. For example, if a scientist accidentally starts a fire while attempting to create a life-saving medicine, there will almost always be two stories, a good one and a bad one. The good one will sound something like this. Innovative scientist accidentally starts fire while attempting to create life-saving medicine. And on the other hand, the bad one will sound like this. Clumsy scientist starts fire while trying to create an experimental medicine. Women have been applying science since the beginning of time, and there is no reason to believe otherwise. At this time, I would like everyone in attendance to stand and give a cheer to commemorate this day. I believe the future holds amazing things for women and girls in science, and all we need is to work on true implementation, not just slogans and extended talks. We need to support, appreciate, and recognize teachers who spend their lives to prepare and educate generations to become the scientists and leaders of our world. Thank you.
Thank you, Prince Zain. I think it is so important. It is actually of the essence to have boys understand and men understand what we are trying to do. When we are talking amongst us, women and girls, we are preaching to the converted. We know of the need for more girls and women in science, but when we have men and boys who are on board and advocating the participation and the elimination of gender stereotypes, I think it is so very important. So thank you, Prince Zain, for that speech.